Hello and welcome to Recruiting in Hospitality from Caterer.com. I'm Lancelot Narayan, and in each program we talk to people from the world of hospitality recruitment to talk about issues that affect you and your teams. Yesterday, we're recording this on Tuesday. Yesterday, hospitality partially reopened once more to the joy of the British public, oh, well, the English public anyway. Scotland have got to wait a little bit, just a couple of weeks longer, and outdoor hospitality's in full swing. Last time hospitality was opened, last summer, autumn, we had people booking for tables, but there were a lot of people not turning up, which created the No More No Shows campaign. And one of the people behind that campaign is joining me today. It's from 68 People. It's Abi Dunn. Hello, Abi.
Good morning. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. I hope you're well too.
Yeah, I am. I'm very well now. We've got some hospitality open. I was very excited yesterday. I had a glass of wine in the sunshine at lunchtime, and it was amazing.
Yeah, good. Where did you go? Give them a plug.
We were just in Ancoat Square, so we just went out there. So yeah, it was beautiful. It was such a buzz around the area.
Lovely. That's great. I'm still to get out and do it, but I will do. Let's talk about the No More No Shows campaign. How did it begin in the? Tell us, because we were just saying just now. Time is. It might have been only a few months ago, but can you refresh our memories? How did it all kick off?
It actually started with a friend of mine, Antonia from Gusto Italian. They did their opening weekend and reported. I think it was like 200 covers no show over their opening weekend, and I was shocked by that. And so we met up, and over a cup of tea in a very socially distanced pub, we said we wanted to do something. And initially we said, let's try and get some buy-in from some areas around Manchester, and then put together what we thought was quite a simple message and the slogan, and I suppose the rest is history really. But we loved working on it and found that we made quite a good team, because she had that kind of operational background and was at the front line of it all, and we were talking to lots of other clients through our recruitment clients. And it kind of took on a life of its own. We did what you call a thunderclap campaign, where everybody shared the image at a certain. Thinking back, it was actually quite emotional for Antonio and I, because as the time came along, when 10 o'clock it was in the morning, and we started to share it, and we'd look at our news feeds and the image was just shared. It just was, I think it was in Times, over Twitter eventually, and it took on a life of its own. It was amazing how it was taken up, and and the impact that it had.
I remember it clearly. It was everywhere. You couldn't miss it. It was brilliant. What kind of impact does no shows have on hospitality businesses? I mean, people might think that even though you're a big chain or something, it might not affect you in the same way as a small, but it affects everybody. Doesn't matter how big or small. Tell us the cost that it had.
Yeah, I suppose there's twofold. There's one, the actual cost, of not being able to replace the table. I think it's reported £16 billion a year it was costing the industry. So there is the physical cost to the restaurant, but also the cost in terms of morale to the guys that have been through so much already, that were opening up restaurants. It just brings it, when you get so excited about preparing everything for this full restaurant, and then 30% of your tables don't show up, it's soul destroying. So it was both the kind of mental impact of it and the financial impact. Obviously everybody thinks they have a solution around deposits, and deposits obviously play a part in this. There's no doubt about it, but I don't think that we wanted to do something where the onus was on the customer, and where we were trying to influence customer behaviour as opposed to saying actually the onus is on the restaurant to change their, I don't know, their booking systems or whatever it might be. But truth be told about deposits, they certainly don't cover all the lost revenue. They can be tricky to set up in terms of tech. They can be an absolute pain in the ass the next day when you're trying to deal with all these calls saying that you've taken £10 from my account. So as much as they can work for people, and they do, the campaign was certainly focused around customer behaviour and trying to manage that.
So what happened? Did customer behaviour change?
Well, we had a CGA insight report, and I think 2 weeks before the actual campaign launch, there was reporting around 50% of tables no showing, and that dropped to around 22%. So I mean, like I say, it wasn't. The success of the campaign was unexpected by us. We were thinking about now, it's quite funny. We were on TV. We were on Channel 4 and Channel 5 News, and we had a billboard campaign. It was amazing, and I think the biggest impact was that customers didn't realise the impact on that it was having on restaurants. So just highlighting that was really important, and I think it's a problem across a lot of industries. It's not just hospitality, as it happens in the beauty industry and the medical industry. There's a lot of this kind of no-show culture, and we really wanted to do something about it.
Now, partial lockdown's been lifted in England and Wales, at least. What are you're relaunching the campaign? Tell us about this new version.
Yeah, so we just thought, preempting really what might happen. Manchester certainly was reporting fully booked tables across the board, and with the added dynamic of the weather, what we didn't want to do is suddenly have this problem again. So we refreshed the image and kept the message the same, and just asked people to share it again. I obviously never expect it, we don't expect it to have any kind of similar traction as the last one did, but I thought it'd just be good to have something in the front of people's minds as they're starting to book places. There's reports of people booking multiple places to see how it takes their fancy on the evening. You're like, no, just please don't do that, please. And I'm seeing this morning there are a few places that are reporting no shows, sadly, but it obviously without any actual data, but it doesn't seem to be quite as bad as it was last July.
Good. That's good to hear. There are 3 points you want people to remember. Remind us what they are.
I think that it's okay to cancel. It actually helps. The restaurants, if you cancel, whatever way that might be, email. With the more time, the better. Rebook, because obviously people want your business, and that there isn't any issue with it. That you're not going to be remembered. There's no dartboard behind the bar with your face on it if you've cancelled your table. Quite the opposite. And then finally, make sure your friends and family who are the bookers, understand that as well. And we kind of want to shame people slightly for doing it. That's the kind of thing that stops people doing it. So yeah.
yeah. You did what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let's get that going on.
Brilliant. So if people want to find out more about the campaign, who they go to? They can contact you directly, or where can they go?
Yeah, well, they can see on our social media at 68 People the image, and obviously what we're asking people to do is to share that on their socials, and just to get that message back out there again. So feel free to steal it and share it far and wide.
That's brilliant. And what are you going to do next? Where have you booked?
I am trying a new place that's reopened this week, a place called Ramona in Manchester, and it looks absolutely stunning. So we're going there on Saturday. So I've booked a long table.
What kind of restaurant is it?
Well, they do these Detroit style pizzas. So I've been drooling over these pizzas for about 3 months now and never tried one. So we're going to try a Detroit style pizza, which is square and really thick and really cheesy. So going to try that, but obviously mainly probably drinking.
Yes. Actually, that sounds a lot. Yeah. Good. That sounds a lot like me. square and very cheesy. So listen, Abi, it's been wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much
It
for
really,
having
it
me.
really has. And thanks again for bringing back the No More No Shows campaign, because it is important, and I really do. All of us hope that it really does make a difference. And onwards and upwards.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate
Yeah.
your time.
You take care. Lovely
Bye
to
now.
speak to you. Thanks. Thank
Bye
you
bye.
to Abi Dunn. Thank you. Bye bye.